823 with the Free Country Wake Up Crew. I'm Tom Whalen with Dee Dee from Frederick County Animal Control and Adoption, and Sean. And we got the big guy, Ben. He's our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week. He's gorgeous. I have a history with tabbies in my life and my family's lives, and I just absolutely love them. And what's the story on Ben?
Well, Ben and his sister were found in Frederick by some people who already had a bunch of pets and couldn't keep him. But they did try to find the owner, assuming that because they're friendly, they had one. And then brought them by the shelter where we can spay and neuter and microchip them and find them a home. And before we went on the air, we were talking about you absolutely can adopt Ben and his sister Penny together, but you don't need to. They're well past the...
Sure. I mean, they're not. He wasn't a feral kitty at one point. He was somebody's pet, right?
Well, at least his mom was, because he's so approachable and affectionate, and he and his sister are easy to handle. And you would really like her because she's also a brown tabby, but she has significantly more black marks, so she's striking.
Okay.
She's very pretty.
He's a handsome guy. How old would you say Ben would be?
They are not quite a year old yet.
Okay.
And our urgency for getting them a home is that kitten season is coming.
Kitten season's upon us.
Yes.
And if you were to adopt our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week, Ben specifically, we would have Crossroads Animal Referral and Emergency. We'd give you a gift basket with some treats and toys and supplements. And Promiseland Feed and Seed would give you a week's worth of food. And I'm checking the WFRE Facebook page. Yes, we have Ben there. Very curious, very young, very sweet kitty. And how is the kitty population at the shelter? That's always an interesting question.
We're okay right now. The foster homes are not full. Kittens are coming in. And one of the things that if you know of cats that are out and about, now is the time to call us, and we'll get you in touch with groups that help with spay and neuter, because the fewer kittens that are born without homes, the more likely we'll be able to find homes for all the ones we get.
It's always a good time to go over a few of these things, and that is people's hearts are in it when they see a bunch of homeless kitties, they start feeding these cats.
Yeah, if you
Not a good idea.
Well, if you feed in conjunction with Animal Welfare League or the Humane Society or Uniting to Save Animal program where you're going to spay and neuter and vaccinate, that could be helpful. But yes, if you feed stray cats, you make them healthy enough to reproduce, but not healthy enough to thrive, and they collect and share diseases.
They collect and share diseases, and also I have reports of rats, raccoons, possums going for this food,
too.
Sure. And if you feed a cat for 10 days, that's your responsibility. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, the law is that if you're harboring a pet and feeding it, then it becomes your pet. But we certainly do understand if you are just feeding a stray cat in order to help them out.
Sure.
It's not going to make you, obligated to license and vaccinate as long as you're working on the permanent solution of a home.
I understand.
Spay and neuter.
That's a hard one, Dee Dee, because everybody...
But you're right. That is the law.
My entire family would do just this. My entire family would feed every feral cat in the neighborhood, wild cat in the neighborhood, not realizing that they're becoming part of the problem for a short-term emotional solution more than practical. So Ben is our pet of the week. He is a sweetie. You can go to the shelter and ask for Ben and hold him in your lap and see if you have a connection.